invite you to propose the motion and explain the rationale. 5 minutes. Thank you.
Right, thank you. I'll do this in brief. Background: expressway between Oxford and Cambridge, habitats, environment, climate emergency, which we've discussed, quality to the Vale residents. You've all got these paragraphs before you. The expressway in the motion says it will benefit is very little. The Council fully expects support for the East-West Rail in the next paragraph down. Therefore, Council resolves to oppose the expressway, protect and support the electrification of the East-West Rail route, passengers, freight, traffic. As part of the strategic rail network, we should encourage the I can't read that word, I'm dyslexic. The connections to the East-West Rail and the direction long-distance freight roads. Supported by the East-West public transport, actually travel solutions, adopt the position of the expressway in future consultation and consultation and routes options of Highways England, and continue to support the environmental partnership, working in particular with the Buckinghamshire Milton Keynes Natural Environment Partnership, and continue to promote these elements as a vital mitigation in the expressway. Immodum, that's it. Right, I give you my rationale for bringing this. Firstly, I'm a Democrat, and when I was, I'm a democratic person. When I was asked by Councillor Lawrence to actually, would I second this motion, the reason I second it, I've been a councillor on this council as one member, and you have to work very hard to get a seconder to get anything through. So on that principle, I felt it was my obligation to second him. My other reasons for discussing this and wishing it to be discussed is primarily because the real detail and concern from this is not within the motion, because it's not my motion, it's Councillor Lyon's motion, which he negotiated, and after I suggested it, he went back to the leader of the council and the deputy leader of the council, Steve Bolton, to talk about what was possible for the council to agree. So I carry on with my movement with it. But the real question in all this is, when the road is imposed upon us, we have no consultation about it, and the fact that we were rightfully, as it says in the motion, we didn't get involved in the confidentiality agreement because it would have compromised council. The fact that then that road gets put somewhere through the Vale, through North Buckinghamshire and the future Unit 3, along that corridor, as we know, because we are councillors and we have heard the discussions, there will be 2 accommodations about the size of Milton Keynes to follow it. And we haven't been, as elected members, involved in any great discussion about that. And even if you were minded to support this, surely you would want to see a proper plan over a period of years of how you were going to do something which mitigated against the environment and the damage it could do, or in its entirety. What you can't do is support something you not know anything about. Being in the dark and supporting something is the worst possible thing you can do. It's for the government to demonstrate their case. And they should demonstrate that case, as I said in the video I made on this subject some weeks ago. They haven't made their case, and what are they afraid of with consultation? Because I listened to the large hurt, upset and disturbance that HS2 has caused, and though it affects a slim corridor of the Vale and a large corridor of Buckinghamshire, we must always look after our neighbours, because the notional benefit from this hasn't been demonstrated. The government has retracted from giving us the direction of the route. We can't support something blind. You can't walk to your constituents and say, I think it might be a really good idea, we just don't know where it's going to go, we don't know if it's coming through your house, your farmyard, your industry. And I'm just reminded of the fact that the farm that provided me and my family with food for a long time has been and will be challenged by, in my working life, and it's going to be challenged by HS2. And that will probably make that farm more difficult to manage. And large amounts of community that I know those people, because I farmed and worked in that area, have been affected, and I can't, in all conscience, ask for it to go on again. So I hope the motion will be supported tonight. I am waiting for the government to prove their case. They haven't proved their case to me.